We're going to remove those remnants of the belt. Remove the pump. There we go. This is a comfortable position to work. So far, she's good to continue. Good morning and welcome to PistonShack. Today we have another Volvo, but this Volvo is different than Volvo we done before. It was a car, but this one is an excavator. And my problem is a Volvo, and the problem is belt broke. It's an EC140. It's 2007 Volvo. And let's get started. Beautiful morning. Almost the summer, and here we go. This Volvo equipped with the D4D engine. And I have a belt problem. Look at that, shredded. We need to put a new belt, check the pulleys, make sure everything's safe to go, and yeah, that's our work for now. Look at that, the pieces. And well, this belt seen better days, and it's good to know why that even happened, but that is a secondary. I hope nothing's major happened, only the belt. Let's get into that. Beautiful. Birds are singing. It's like a quiet, fresh breeze, warm. In this video you're going to see how to replace the fan belt and water pump on the Volvo excavator, and what's happened. Water pump got seized up and took a belt, plus I think might be something got on a belt like a rock, and engine slightly overheated. We lost some coolant, and you will see how we will go through step by step. If you have any questions, drop them down in the comment section below, and if you would like to subscribe, feel free to do that. Thank you for subscribing, and yeah, let's get into the video. We have our new belt, OEM, got it from the dealer. Here's a part number, brand new, made in Romania. I don't think they build Volvo excavators in Romania, but belt manufactured there. Okay, let's go and find what tools we need and dive in. Well, if you first time to the channel, you can subscribe if you want. Feel free. I appreciate it. And yeah, if you would like to support my small hobby YouTube channel, you can go and watch more videos. And yeah, or you can also like the video and leave a comment if you have any questions. First thing first, all tangled around the pulleys. Remove all that stuff. We need to disconnect the temperature sensor connector over here. One, and there's two 12mm bolts holding this guard for the fan. Remove that, and we'll have a better access. Already have the wrench ready. We'll do that. Surprisingly, this bolt was 12 and this is 13 somehow or another, but that's interesting. I don't see any coolant spills or any leaks or those coolant marks. Okay, guard is out. That's a problem. I looked at coolant level and it's nothing. Maybe just lower, not an expansion tank. We'll definitely top it up with the level. That's one of the things. And while checked inside the reservoir, it's empty. Right. Okay. We'll get there in a minute. There's a belt. Let's turn the flasher on. See better. There's a belt tensioner. Way over there in the bottom, there is a slot for the ratchet. You can pull it and release the tension on the belt. There's our alternator. There's a fan pulley. Okay, let's start removing the old belt. All in business already, waiting for us. I think comfort and safety should go first, and this is way more comfortable to sit like this and sit on those metal plates. There's a portion of the belt still kind of looped around. Need to cut it. Let's cut it here. And when you deal with the broken parts and some issues, you need to find a cause of it, the reason why that happened, and what I think. Belt, let's pull it out, and if you look in the belt, this portion left untouched, kind of, as you can see, it's still in good shape. There's no cracks across, which is acceptable if you have cracks across, but you don't want to see missing sections and cracks longwise, and there's no cuts, but like to this kind of section it was chewed on that side due to some sort of issue when it broke. Probably got wrapped around the pulleys. And next we're going to inspect the pulleys, make sure none of them seized. If you look on the condition of the belt, probably something helped belt to fail, like a rock. I think might be a small sharp rock got in and cut a belt off. What else can happen? Or belt had some defects, maybe one spot had a little crack or so, but was a good integrity of the belt. Well, we'll go and clean the pulleys, make sure there's no old belt material left on them. There is motion. We have some parts of old belt wrapped around the shaft behind this pulley. Let's try it should come out because it's not a compressed type pulley, and yeah, just tap it a little bit, and I sprayed some penetrating. Well, our favorite WD-40, and it should come out. Wiggle, because here we go. There's a water pump pulley. And to remove this guy, well, I should definitely say this is a comfortable position to work. You can lay down, have some kind of cushy material here, and that's even uncomparable with working on pickup trucks where you need to bend over. That's game changer. All right, let's get back to our guy. Let's take a closer look from inside. Okay, there's a water pump, and those bolts are painted on a factory still. The probably pump hasn't been replaced since machine came from the factory in South Korea. I removed all that material, which got jammed and stuck behind the pulley, but it's still hard to turn. I can feel it. It's almost like seized up. It shouldn't be like this. Yeah, hard to turn. Yeah, it's turning, but I will definitely recommend to put a new pump, and we'll replace this guy. Put in a new belt. Yeah, we'll do the good cleanup. Put a new belt. Check the all hoses down below, and make sure there's no cracks or any issues with that. Filled up a coolant, and we should be good. The pulley. Time to order a new part, and it's getting better. Sun is almost all the way up. We're back to our Volvo excavator. Couple days later, we're busy with other work, and the new pump. New pump arrived. Water pump made in Germany. There's a number, and there we go, baby. New pump, and also the O-ring came in a package. O-ring, nice. This is a water pump, nice and new, and it came with already rubber O-ring installed. Okay, that's nice. That's good to know. This might go back, but it's okay. They put one in, and there's a part number for the pump. And we have our belt and a coolant. Well, let's get started. And the weather might get changed pretty soon. 60-70% chances of rain for today, but we still probably have another hour work or so. Okay, let's get in. Grab our socket set, and every time you do the job, take your time, do some research if you need, and do the quality one. That will be the best what I can say. And yeah, it's our green engine. Actually, it's a 4 liters. 4 liters. And this engine produces 97.8 Volvo horses, or 73 kilowatts. There's our motor. It's pretty reliable, but this engine has some issues, like everything in our world, and specifically the biggest problem with the fan hub. There's a cooling fan hub. In 2007 was a recall, and then introduced and replaced with a new design. And on another Volvo excavator, this fan hub failed. The bolt broke. It took the radiator, bunch of hoses, lots of damage. And there will be another video. It's already filmed, and I need to put it all together. But today we're not about that. We're working on our belt and pump. Okay, I'm going to undo those 4 bolts, pull the pump, clean the housing, and install a new one, and do a little bit more cleanup if needed, and put a new belt. Beauty. But before we'll go any further, I would like to take a sip of green tea with the milk, almost 1-to-1. Yeah, that feels better. And every time you do something on equipment, after you've done your task, just go and check if something is going to fail, and if necessary, do greasing. Grease is our best friend. Everything needs to be lubricated to perform well. Yeah, that's a part. Finish that and install a new pump. Oh, before you pull the pump, you better need to drain the coolant. There's a drain cock over here, or under the excavator, and here's a door. I just removed a few bolts and got access. And yeah, get the bucket ready. Make sure you have a container to catch the fluid. Let's turn this guy, the drain cock, break it loose with the pliers. I have our bucket ready, and well, interesting. Radiator is empty. No coolant. See the hole? Well, now we know there's no coolant in the radiator. Still, I need to put a bucket under the water pump so you won't spill the coolant on the ground. Just be conscious and take care of the environment, because coolant is toxic and will pollute. Okay, put a bucket here, and we're going up and move the pump. I forgot one most important thing. It's my blanket. Otherwise I need to bend over and lay down on those sharp metal fabricated plates with a bunch of holes. Well, this one is nice and soft. My life will get more comfortable. All right, to remove the pump you need a 13 millimeters deep socket, 3/8 ratchet, and there's only 4 bolts, and we're going to remove them. Well, and it's easier to get to the bolts if you also add a
short extension, 3/8 drive, and it should turn nice and easy. Yep, here we go. One broke loose. Yeah, just like on excavators, big trucks, bulldozers, all that construction equipment. Usually you have lots of clearance, lots of room to work on them compared to the cars, especially with the new designs, lots of features added, accessories, and it's packed. So hard to get there, but look at that, tons of room. That's beauty. Okay, one bolt out, 3 left. Okay, it's raining a little bit. We have our bucket there. We'll pry the pump. Here we go. There's a last bolt over there, and have my bucket down there. And don't pull the pump all the way because it will splash so hard. Just let coolant to drain in the bucket. Slowly pull the pump. Don't want to pull it too hard. The coolant is almost out. Wiggle it up and remove the pump. There we go. Didn't spill on the ground. Pump is out. Yeah, it was beauty. Volvo pump. There you go. A good cleanup.
W4 International Tractor. Oh yeah, I said it's got a crack in there. Water. Oh,
The cleanup. Make sure it's special place where the pouring will seal. So any debris or anything. New pump came with already installed rubber o-ring, and there's a little tip. I marked the original pump I removed. The location was put on a machine. This is like mark. It is up, and yeah, this is the bottom. As you can see, tons of more corrosion around the housing is on the bottom, and yeah, always pay attention to that. And because you see some corrosion here, and I clean the housing, and I also will apply light coat of sealant around, because this kind of concern, it might start sipping coolant. We don't want that happen. And yeah, this is how you install. This one should face down. The important part sounds very similar. Make sure pulley fits good. Got new pump in place. Now I'm starting the bolts. Always start them by hand. Yep, there's going across pattern when you tighten them. Okay, our new water pump installed, and how you tighten the bolts. Started by hand and go across pattern. Start by hand, and then I tied them, but not torque. 1, 2, 3, 4, then came back to those 1, 2, 3 and torque them, and that's how you install the pump. And as I said, because I had some corrosion around the housing, I just put a little bit of sealant on the edge, but make sure no sealant will get on a rubber o-ring. And if your housing is still clean and there's no corrosion, then you probably don't need to do that, but make sure it won't leak again. Clean the pulley, clean the pulley. There's no door there, no dust. Clean that and we're good to install. Nice and clean, beauty. It started to rain even more. Let's get a pulley in. Put those bolts and good.
You have another one in the front here?
Yeah, it should be there. Yeah. Oh, start turning. Yeah, no worries. We'll get it.
I use this jig gun over.
Yeah. Okay. It was started. Now we need to tie them. Get it in your pulley. Pulley looks like new. Okay, pulley is tight. It's all installed. Now we need to do some cleanup. Sure, no any debris and pieces of old belt left. Look at the beauty. Perfect. It's all tight. We torque the bolts, and it's all aligned. New pump. Yeah. This is a cleanup. Time for the belt. I will start feeding belt around the fan, get it down under the crankshaft pulley and start feeding it up and around the tensioner and the alternator. Then I have a belt already behind the fan, and to get it further past, you need to undo the AC compressor belt while loosening this adjuster nut, one on the bottom, and there's also few bolts on the bottom of the pump. Just loose them. We'll have to pry the EC compressor, take the belt and pass the belt and start doing the torque. Okay, to undo the air compressor belt and then to release this tension, and you need to do this nut, this one on the bottom, and also there's a way down there or here, like behind, I don't know how to show, or the way down there inside there's a 18mm bolt on this side, and another is on the bottom here, as you can see. Those two bolts, you just need to make them crack loose. Make sure you can move the AC compressor. Alright, pretty uncomfortable getting. It was pretty easy to lose the bolt at the front, but bolt at the back, for that you need to use 18mm deep socket with a 3/8" ratchet with this kind of swivel head like this, and I use the open range for the front, but to get to that puppy you need to really try to go from underneath. Okay, just a sec. Okay, I have my ratchet, and this is that's how you can get there. Okay, there's only one way to undo that bolt and make it loose. This is not first time for me doing this. Oh, see? Well, it's all loose there. One on this side and this one. So now we can take a belt off. So nice and easy. And then we can go with a fan belt. And there's a fan belt, and behind, there you go, we pass this guy. Don't lose the belt from the crankshaft pulley. Put it in place right away. Just a sec. Belt is behind the AC compressor belt. I pass it. It's on the bottom pulley. Then I went up around the hub and pull it. Okay, let's just get inside and see it's coming up on the other side of the crankshaft pulley on top of the belt tensioner. Slide it over here for the water pump. Right there. Okay, to install the new belt, you need to get your ratchet ready on the tensioner. Wrap the belt around the alternator with the water pump ready, and slide the belt over the tensioner. Because it's smooth, it will be way easier than go over the pulleys with those grooves. Okay, it's hard to film. I'll push the ratchet down. Get the belt on the water pump, and then the rest of the slack will slide over the tensioner. Okay, let's take a look. So hard to film, but you got it. Right, my dear friends, just 5 seconds later, as I shown you, I installed the belt. See, the ratchet is there. I put the belt over the water pump pulley, and then rest of the belt with the one hand pushing on a tensioner down. I slide it over the tensioner pulley. Check, make sure belt all in place and installed properly. And that's what you need to do. Don't forget to adjust the tension on your AC belt and tie those bolts and nuts. And yes, one step at a time. New belt installed, new water pump, and before you're going to put a guard, filled up a coolant, checked for leaks. Let's check, make sure our belt all in place. Just already did it, but I would like to do it on the camera. One, it's good there. AC compressor belt is adjusted, all tight. Okay, let's go this way. Belt is good here, on the alternator, down there, pump, and on a tensioner. Okay, let's dive in. And yeah, it was a pretty interesting job. I like it. You guys are keep hauling dirt, and we need the excavator back to business. I put a coolant, as you can see. Now we have a level, and now we need to bleed air, clean all tools, and check for leaks. Make sure nothing is leaking, everything is working properly, and we're safe and good to go. Everything is clear. Let's go fire up the engine. Thermostat, open it up. Both are lower and upper radiator hoses are hot, and I pushed the whole air from the expansion tank. All closed now. We have a level. Belt is new pump. Well guys, lovely. If it will help you, I'm so happy when you have the direction how to get it all fixed, save the dollar, and get back to business. She's gone. Yes, I've been moving dirt for half an hour. So far, she's good to continue. Look at that beauty. Volvo. Another big one.